Hello, friends. This is Lindsay Law with Youth Rising, certified youth life coach. And today we're going to talk about something I am calling the friendship inventory. And the reason I've kind of come up with this idea is because what I notice is that most of the clients I have that are teens and tweens struggle in some way with a friend relationship. And this friendship inventory is something that I think will help with lots of different areas of struggles with friends. So, whether it's this feeling like you have no friends, whether you have a difficult friend relationship, where you feel worried about how to connect with your friends, whether you're concerned about setting boundaries with your friends, this idea of the friendship inventory can help with all of those concerns with friends. So, come along with me and let's learn together. Before we get started though, I want to make sure that you go back and watch my video about defining friend, because it's hard for us to make a friend inventory if you don't have a clear idea of how you define friend for you. Super important step, because this is another opportunity for us to be really intentional about who our friends are and how we're being as a friend and how we're choosing the friends in our life. Okay, so first off, inventory just means making a list. So the first step of the friendship inventory is to make a list of all your friends. So get out a piece of paper, pull up a document on your computer, and just write a list of all your friends. Just don't think too much about it. Just write down names of people that you would consider a friend. And again, it's helpful if you've already kind of cleared up how you define friend. So the point of making this list is to help you to be really aware and intentional about who your friends are. Okay, the second step is I want you to write down why that person is a friend. So as you're looking at why you have that friend in your life, I want you to just be curious and no judgment here, because the point of this is to just really be curious about why this friend is in your life, and then you get to decide if you like the reason. No one gets to decide except you. So maybe you have a friend and you really enjoy playing tennis together, and that's something that you guys do together, and you value that relationship because of this activity that you do together. And maybe you're friends with someone because you want other people to like you. And it's okay if you like that reason, but you get to decide why you're a friend with that person and if you like that reason. Again, try to be honest and curious and non-judgmental through this process. Then I want you to tap into how you feel when you're with this friend. And I know you're going to have lots of emotions when you're with a friend, but maybe just look at like what are the top 2 or 3 emotions that you have when you think about this friend, or that you notice you have when you're with this friend. Then I want you to ask yourself why you feel that. And our brains are going to try and tell us that it's because of what the other person says or does that creates that feeling for us. So if we feel excited when we're with a friend because they do fun things, they make lots of jokes, our brain is going to think it's because that person is doing something. But the way you're feeling is actually because of what you're thinking about what that person is doing. Notice that there's probably a thought that you're thinking about that person that is creating that feeling you have when you're with this person or when you think about this person. The other really important thing to notice is that the thoughts you might be having may be about yourself and not the other person. So sometimes when we notice we feel a certain way around a certain person, it's actually because of the thoughts that we're thinking about ourselves. So notice if there's thoughts about yourself that are coming up that may or may not be helpful. The other thing I want to point out is that just because you're having an uncomfortable emotion doesn't mean you should end that friendship. It just is information. And find out why you're having that uncomfortable emotion. Is it a thought about yourself? Is it a thought about the other person? And then you can decide what you want to do about that. Discomfort in our lives often is teaching us and leading us somewhere. It's not necessarily good or bad. Now, again, this is just to get some awareness. Notice what you're feeling and then be curious about why you might be feeling that way. And that will help you to know how to move forward in that relationship. You may discover some friendships that aren't serving you. It may highlight a change that you want to make in terms of how you show up as a friend, or if the thoughts you're having about that friend are maybe something you want to change, or you want to see this relationship in a different way, and or you want to change the boundaries around that relationship. And it also might show you how you have some really amazing friends and how you can create more of them by continuing to think those similar thoughts and feel those similar feelings. So if you like this idea of the friendship inventory and you take some time to do it, and then you feel like you want to take things a little further and learn more and get a little deeper, then book a call with me and I'll help you get clear on this and help you see how you want to move forward. Have an amazing week and hope to see you all next week. And maybe you have a friend that is your friend because it's your mom's sister's daughter. And maybe you like that reason for having that friend.